Closing arguments in the trial of Ian Mitcham wrapping up today. Mitcham accused of murdering Allison Feldman in Scottsdale more than a decade ago. Now that case is days or maybe even hours away from wrapping up.
That's right. 12 News journalist Will Pitts was in the courtroom this morning as prosecutors summed up their case and is joining us now live in studio. Will?
Yeah, this is a chance for both sides to lay out their case again before the jury starts deliberating. Prosecutors went through all that evidence in detail. Now, this case has been going on for 11 years because of the evidence that led police to Ian Mitcham. They had DNA from the scene, but they couldn't match it to anyone until they tried familial DNA, and they found a familial match to Mitcham's brother, who was already in prison. That then led them to Mitcham, and they say a DNA match. Whether or not that was admissible evidence went all the way to the Supreme Court. And today, prosecutors relied heavily on that evidence to tell the jury that Mitcham was there that night and was guilty.
Ian Mitcham murdered Allison Feldman, a man down on his luck, angry, nothing left to lose, drinking too much. Ian Mitcham went into Allison Feldman's home, robbed her, sexually assaulted her, murdered her.
Mitcham's attorney took over just before 3 o'clock this afternoon, telling the jury the prosecution did not prove its case and the police didn't investigate all the possibilities and all the DNA found in that house. Now, for Mitcham's part, he sat at the table pretty quietly today, looked at all the crime scene and autopsy photos and took notes. Allison's father, Harley, however, looked down whenever those graphic photos were shown. And of course, they will wrap up those closing statements tomorrow before the jury gets the case.
Yeah, and who knows, Will? I mean, juries can have these cases for minutes or days.
They've already been in this trial since November, and they had an entire month off to think about it before coming back for closing arguments today. So, yeah, they could either be in a hurry to get this thing over with, or really they've had months to just sit there and not talk about this. Once they get into deliberations, that could also stretch out a long time.
Yeah, that's true. All right, Will, thank you so much.